Hey everybody, it's Deborah with Flipping 50, and I'm here with a really quick audio because I'm thrilled to present Dr. Alyssa Song, and she is my go-to pediatrician for all things kids. So if you've got kids still at home, you have grandkids, you have nieces or nephews, or like me, you have great nieces or nephews, which, by the way, makes me a great aunt. But of course, we knew that. Alyssa, thanks for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so excited to be here.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Halloween, because it's not the world we grew up in, where we not only went house to house begging and beggars night, but we went home and ate it all.
That's right.
What's different today? First of all, why do we need to look at it differently?
Yeah, well, it really, one of the things that's different is the amount of candy that's being given out. And we have kids who are coming home literally with pounds of candy. And the candy, unfortunately, most of it is so harmful for your kids. And I know many of you guys listening, you know that, right? But it's not just the sugar. So I want parents to think about the artificial dyes and preservatives and flavors in the candy. Because if you have kids who have anxiety, behavioral disorders, attention problems, sleep problems, it is going to impact them so much more significantly to have those candies with the artificial colors and dyes and preservatives. So one of the tricks is to really try helping your kids sort through their candy, picking out the things that are relatively, quote, okay.
What would those be, by the way?
Like Annie's gummies, right? The little bunny gummies would be fine, right? Because those don't have any artificial dyes or colors. Those are colored with their fruits, and they're made with real fruits, although there's still tons of sugar, but a better option, right? Another option might be Yummy Earth has organic lollipops that still have sugar, but again, none of the artificial colors and the dyes and the preservatives. There are more natural M&Ms that, now it may be that they're coming home with a bunch of this crappy candy and there's not really any healthy alternative in there. So in that case, I get it, right? Your kids want some of that junk. Maybe have a stash at home of the healthier options. So you could do a little switch. They can pick one of their favorite pieces that they really want, even if it's, I don't want to name brands, but even if it's just, that horrible make your tongue black for 2 days kind of sucker, right? And then, switch it out for some of the healthier options. And better yet, Deborah and I talked about the switch witch idea.
Oh, I love this idea.
So some of you may have heard of the switch witch. Some of you may not have heard of the switch witch, but this is an amazing idea to implement with your kids of any age, where when they come home, they can pick out maybe, again, 3 to 5 of their favorite pieces, and then bag up all the rest of that candy, leave it out for the switch witch to come, and overnight the switch witch magically comes, takes that bag of candy and replaces it with an awesome little toy or prize or some sort of a gift for your child that's even more meaningful and even better than that bag of candy that they have.
I so love that idea. Okay, and I really want to hear from you who are listening to this right now in the comments below this little special episode. Tell me whether you're going to do that or not, or use it, or if you already have. Alyssa, I have one more question. So, with a lot of the women who are listening in our community, the impact of the sugar, maybe a little bit less if you are going to treat, if you do it after a meal. Do you have some philosophy for like rationing candy with kids? When to do it is better, if you have to do it?
I would say not on an empty stomach, right? Because so many of your kids are on this sugar roller coaster where they're going from one sugar hit to a sugar high to a sugar crash, and then they're craving that sugar and they have to eat. So what's the quickest thing? You might shove a cracker in their mouth or shove something else that, unfortunately, crackers, bread, chips, to our body, once they're inside our body, look just like sugar, right? So if they're having a piece of candy, I would say after a meal that has some protein and fat in it, so healthy fats in it, so that that sugar is not absorbed as quickly into their bloodstream. Maintain a healthy, even blood sugar level so they don't get into that sugar roller coaster where we've all been there as parents and grandparents. We can see it, right? After that sugar load and maybe a breakfast with pancakes and maple syrup and whipped cream and hot chocolate, and then all of a sudden they're crazy and they're running around and they're super fun and super excited, or maybe not. Maybe they're super angry and super tantruming, and then all of a sudden they have a crash where they're whining and they're crying and they're melting down, and you feed them again and you go through that same cycle. So as much as we can to get them off the sugar roller coaster, so the timing does matter. Again, trying to time it with a healthy protein and a healthy fat so that you slow that absorption down.
So love it. And this woman is not just talking from a professional expertise. She has 2 kids who are how old?
They are almost 9 and just turned 7.
An expert.
All right. So we are in the throes of Halloween excitement. So yes, this I'm living this.
And where can my listeners get more of you?
The best places are going to be at my healthykidshappykids.com blog site, where I have a ton of great articles and resources. And I love Facebook. So my Facebook page, again, you could just search for Healthy Kids, Happy Kids, Dr. Lisa Song. Instagram and YouTube, I'm going to start doing a lot more educational YouTube videos.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. Thanks so much for these great tips.
Oh, thanks, Deborah.
Love.